All right, we're live on our P.L.A.N program tonight. I'll give people a couple minutes to go in. We'll officially start at 5:30. So right now we have 5:29. I'll get started at 5:30. If you are new, if you haven't sent me an email address, you can put it in the comments if anybody hasn't sent it to me, because there's some of the documents. I'll share my screen, but for the most part, for you to have the documents, you're going to need me to email them to you. So if you haven't received the email from me, then make sure that send me your email, I'll get it to you after. That's not necessarily all that important, but it will help you out. Also, I'm not sure how many people are going to be on. So if you have a question, leave them in the comments. I'll get started shortly. I think we'll have maybe four to five people. If not more than that, we'll see though. I appreciate all you guys coming in. I'll kind of explain who I am, why I'm doing what I do shortly. Tonight, we'll start part one of the resume. So I'll give everybody about one more minute, then I'll start going. Tonight, it won't be interactive as far as students kind of sharing things live with us, but as we progress into the future, I hope that some of you guys out there do share some of your ideas, share some of your stuff. If you don't want to share it here, then a fantastic idea would be to share it with a trusted adult, trusted friend that you have inside of your life. So I'll get started in about one more minute. Cool. 1 second, right back. Good. All right, we're gonna get going then. All right, so first off, thank you if you're watching this for checking this out. My name is Miles Daniels. I'm the president at Community Level Up. If you're from Eastern Connecticut, we're located on State Street, directly across the street. I can see it over there from the Guard Art Theater, directly across or right across next to the library. Now, what Community Level Up is, kind of what we do, why we do what we do. We want to help build better communities. So if you're a youth right now wondering why your parents signed you up for this program and you're not really sure why you're going through this, what I want to let you know is I'm here to help you out. Your parent, if they signed you up for this, if you're watching this, they can see where this world is kind of going. We're in a different spot, and we want our youth to have a voice. We want our youth to be productive. We want our youth to have different streams of income, different streams of ways to take care of themselves. So with this program, you're going to get yourself a resume. It's a two-part thing. We'll talk about it a little bit tonight, but next week is when you'll officially fully fill that out. You're going to get a business plan. So when we get into week 3, we'll be talking a little more about business. We'll see kind of, I would like all of you guys to either think of a product that you would like to sell that can help make your community and the world a better place, or think about a service that you can provide to help make this community and world a better place. Now, for example, with myself, my business here, what I'm doing, Community Level Up, this is a service that I provide. I don't have many products, but I also have a dog food business where I provide products. All right, we got some more people coming in. So yeah, you guys didn't miss anything if you're just checking in. Only thing is, if you have a question, just leave it in the comments. If I can't get to the comment tonight, I will make a video to answer your question. Also, for anybody that does this class, if you want to go deeper on anything, like I was just explaining, we have a center here in London, Connecticut. We'll be opening very soon. We're located 322 State Street. Now, this program is designed to get you a resume, a business plan, and get you an understanding of the stock market. I think it's very important where this world is for you to kind of have an understanding of all those things. Now, before we actually get into it, I'm going to kind of explain the process of it, explain myself, explain the expectations so you can all get the most out of this. Now, this program is designed for you, the student, the person that's watching this. Say thank you to the person that signed you up, because this program is designed to try to help jumpstart you, get you thinking. The first thing we really want to do is get you a resume. Now, as an adult, a resume would be something I would put down all my qualifications, everything I've got done. I would put all that stuff down and I would use it to try to get a job. For the youth, your resume is going to be a little different. I want you, when you just actually create your resume next week, on there, that should be exactly who you are and who you are striving to be. And you should hold the guardians in your life accountable to help you grow to get to that person, whatever that happens to be. So that's the first thing. We want your resume taken care of. Second thing is a business plan, which I was speaking on when some of you first came on. I want you to create a business, have an idea of something that can make your community a better place. And by you developing something to help make your community a better place, you're developing something to help make this world a better place. Now, when we get into our business stuff, you have two choices. You can have a service that you provide, or you can have a product that you happen to sell. You can go the LLC route. You can go the incorporation route. When we get in week 4, we'll break down everything with business so you know what you're doing. After you finish your business plan, we go into the stock market. I don't know if any of you guys have know about stocks. I know Bitcoin is big. It's part of the stock market, cryptocurrency. If any of you guys saw the GameStop thing, there was actually a lot of young kids who came up on GameStop. That stock went from $3, $297 to like $483, which is a big come up if you're hearing that. And also with the stock market, what I want a lot of you guys to understand is a lot of the stuff you wear, if you have Nikes on your feet, the game, if you play Xbox, if you play PlayStation, any of that stuff, there is a larger flow of money that's happening with all of your products. So at a young age, if you kind of think about them and learn about them, it can kind of only help you out. All right, so now today I got a couple questions that I just want to ask. I'm going to ask the question and you can either jot it down or you can kind of mentally just think about it. But just kind of understand that these questions are designed to help you out when we get your resume filled out. So as long as I have your email address, I emailed your parents the thing for the 30-second commercial, which we're going to do a little later. And I also emailed your parents a daily routine paper, which we're going to do a little later. I did not email the resume document yet. We're just going to talk about it today. So just get a piece of paper. If I know a lot of y'all be on the iPhones, I got your phone. You can use your notepad, whatever really works for me. Now, a couple of the questions. First off, as the student, what is something that you really like, or some things? It could be multiple things. It doesn't have to be one. What's something that you are truly into? Write that down. Think about it. It could be multiple things. I'm big into stocks. I love the stock market. I trade every day. I'm big into helping people. So I try my best to kind of help people. That's things that I like. I am big into family. I have 2 kids. I have a 5-year-old son, and I also have an 8-year-old son. And I have a lot of kids that I mentor and take care of. So those are things that I like. As far as sports, I love football. I love basketball. I'm into track. So just think about things that you like. Get that kind of down there. I'll give everybody another about 5 seconds. All right, now the second question I'm going to ask you tonight is, what do you believe you are good at? Not what anybody else says. Scratch everybody else what they say. What do you internally believe that you are good at? I myself, when I was your age, a lot of you guys, if you're in the middle school, high school range, math came not easy, but I would say I understood it a little bit. So I kind of like math. I like gym class. That was one thing that I thought I was good at, but math I was very good at, and communicating. So talking, I was very good at. So just write down some things. Number 2, what do you feel that you are good at? I'll give you guys a couple seconds for that. And remember, if you have a question, leave it down in the comments. Also, if I do not have your email address, if you're new, put your email in the comments so I can send you all the documents that go along with this. All right, question number 3. What does your family and friends admire about you? So question 3 is, what is some things that your family and your friends really admire about yourself? Let's think about that one. If there's any part, if you don't have anybody that admires something about you, shoot me an email. We'll sit one-on-one. I guarantee after about a 10-minute conversation, 15-minute conversation, I'll find many things that many people admire about you. Just don't realize it though. So with this question, what is some things that people admire about you? Now I'll start back from the top because I see we have some people coming in and out. If you're checking this out, we're answering 5 questions about ourselves right now. The first question is, what do I really like? The second question is, what do I believe that I am good at? The third question is, what do my family and friends admire about me? What do they really like about me? So those are the first 3 we got. We got 2 more after that. My number 4 question would be, what are my goals? What are your future plans? Do you have goals for the future? If so, write them down. There is no goal that is too big. So no matter what it happens to be, you want to go be the president, you want to be an astronaut, you want to go to space, you want to do NASCAR. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You want to be a scientist, you want to be a mathematician, whatever your future goals are, put them down. There is no limitations in this world. The whole thing for this program, just so you know, get everything inside of you out, put it down there so you understand it. And then what our nonprofit, what we really aim to do is, once you know what you really want to get done, we help you on that road to get there. And if you're not sure what you want to get done, then we help you kind of figure that out, then help you get there. So that's kind of what we're here for. So once again, your 4th question was, what are your future goals? And the 5th one has to do with your household. So wherever you live, whoever your guardians is, whoever takes care of you and live with, what do you get done around the house? So put that down there. So think about it. What jobs do you have around the house? What is your responsibility around the house? What do you get done around the house? If you don't have an answer for that, I would like you to, after you get off of this video with me, go to your guardian, whoever takes care of you, the adult in your life, and ask them, what can I do to help out in the household? Just kind of taking that responsibility onto yourself is great, really, truthfully, because what I want you guys all to understand is, like, we all got to do our part. So with this program, yes, we want you to get your ideas out. Yes, I want you to thrive. I'm going to push you to the stars, but we all got to earn our keep. We all got to do our part. We all got to kind of take care of our family, take care of ourselves. So I'm going to kind of constantly always push you on that. All right. So before we move on to the next part, I'm going to go back through the 5 questions real quick. Question 1, what do you like? What are you really into? Question 2, what do you believe that you are good at? Question 3, what do your family and friends admire about you? Question 4, what are your future plans, or what are your goals for the future? And question 5, how do you contribute within your household? Now, if anybody missed any of those questions, this video will be recorded. So if you need to go on back and check it out, that's kind of why I'm doing it on YouTube Live, so everybody can have access to it whenever they like. All right. So now we got your questions about yourself. Make sure you hold on to those. If you didn't kind of answer all of them, take them with you tonight. Hold on to them. We only meet once a week. So if you want to kind of go through them another time, you can. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is a growth mindset. Now, what I want you guys to really understand is you're young. Like, learn. Education is important. Now, there's multiple forms of education. You get your education in school, you learn from the books and all that, but there's other things you can learn about in this world. Take advantage of that. Like, it's your job for your education, especially once you get about 6th grade and above, you got to really be responsible for your education, so go after it. And one thing that I learned, one little tip before we continue on, is that if you're in school and you're really not liking it, or you're struggling a little bit, and then if you step back and take a thought and think, am I doing something in my life that I truly love to do on a daily basis? And if you're not doing that, and then you're not also liking school, there might be some kind of issue with there going on, to whereas if you started doing things that you love, things that you like, I think the other things that you have to get done, like the school and things of that nature, become much easier though. So just make sure that you're out there doing things you like, and make sure you have a growth mindset, meaning everybody's going to fail with things that they try. The difference that separates people from successful to being unsuccessful is the successful people never quit. They fail over and over and over and over and over and over, and it keeps going, and they keep trying and trying and trying. The unsuccessful people fail once and then they give on up. So keep pushing on forward through to it. Now, next part we're going to get to. If you got the email from me, check out the 30-second commercial. If you didn't get the email, put your email address inside the comments. I'm going to read the 30-second commercial. I haven't fully mastered sharing my screen yet on YouTube. I'll have it set by next week, though. So if you haven't got that paper from me, make sure you put your email in the comments so I can get that to you. Now, what the 30-second commercial is, this is something you can do with somebody you trust. This is something you can do by yourself. This is something, you can do with some friends, whatever you feel comfortable with. Kind of really what I want you to go over is when you're meeting new people, whether it's in school, whether it's in the world, whether it's at a job fair, whether it's at a sports team, whatever it is, you kind of want to be able to explain who you are. You should kind of stand for something. You should be able to express that. And with this commercial, it's not something that like I want you to be. It's not something that your parents want you to be. It's kind of who you are. And the sooner you can understand who you are inside, I think the better off it is for you to grow, because once you're comfortable with yourself, you tend to not get bothered by a lot of the other things going on. So with this commercial, what you want to do is you can write it down or you can kind of think about it in your head, but in kind of 30 seconds or less, you want to be able to explain yourself. Now, this isn't something that's perfect. This isn't something you're going to do right now and perfect, but it's something to just think about. Like, hey, if somebody asks me, who am I? Could I actually break it down and explain myself? Now, in your commercial, some things you should think about. Talk about who you are, not who someone wants you to be. Talk about your strengths, some things you might have got done. Talk about how you may be able to add value or something of that nature. Keep that in mind while you're going through this. Now, with this assignment, I'm going to give you a little bit of time to kind of think about it. While you're thinking about the 30-second commercial for yourself, I'm going to kind of share mine. Now, as we move on, if somebody has a great one that they want to share, I would love for you to record it and let us all kind of check out your 30-second commercial, because when you have the ability to express yourself in front of others, once you really find yourself, then you can really start to go after your goals, because you're not doing what you do for anybody else. You're doing it for yourself. And that's a very powerful thing. All right. Now, if I was to give my 30-second commercial, my name is Miles Daniels. I am 33 years old. I'm from New London, Connecticut. I'm an urban educator. I'm a father. My main goal is to help people in urban communities get to higher places. I love the stock market because it provides me freedom to help teach my community and spread this knowledge that I think is very important to the youth. I think that was about under 20 seconds. It was very simple. It kind of was a breakdown of who I am, where I'm from, what I really, really like to do. If somebody was to hear that, they would get an idea like, okay, he likes to educate. He likes to help people. Now, with this 30-second commercial, make sure that your commercial, you're not living a lie with the commercial you say, meaning you can't say that you're doing one thing when you express yourself, but then your actions kind of reflect it in a different way. Like, I try to practice all that I preach. I try my best. And I have friends around me that hold me accountable when I'm not doing that. So when you have this resume, when you have this commercial, and you put it down and you share it with people, you got to be, when you open up to others, you make yourself vulnerable. And that's a very powerful thing. But now you got to know that, am I actually doing the things that I say, or am I living a lie? And the earlier you can break that down, the better it is. And the best way that you can really define who you are, it's not what you say. This commercial, yes, it's great. It's for people to get an understanding of it, but then they need to see you in action. They need to see your routine. Now, I emailed you guys 3 different routine papers. You can use whichever one likes best for you. You can create another one if you like. There's free templates everywhere that you can find. You can just jot it down, but you should have some sort of a routine going on in your day. If you don't like schedule out what's going on, that is maybe some of the issues why you may be struggling with something. So now I'm just going to go over some little tips to add to your routine, and you can fill this out at a later time. First thing in the morning, you should wake up and do something positive that you like to do first. So like if you got school at 8 o'clock, first off, you should at least be getting up an hour before to make sure you're ready. And if you're not running into school excited for your first class, like if you're not, I'm so hyped, I'm so happy I'm going to school, I'm running in hype. If that's not you, and that's okay, it doesn't have to be you. Before you get to school, do something that you like. It will make everything else in your day much easier. For you to do that, sometimes you need to get up a little earlier. So just make sure whatever your morning routine is, it is something that you're waking up, you're giving yourself some time to do something that you really like. One thing with myself, I love the stock market. I get up at 4 o'clock every day and I just check the stock market. And then after that, I kind of just do a little reading and check about myself. I don't expect you guys to get up at 4 o'clock, but you should be getting up at least an hour before you have to leave the house and do what you have to do. And when you first get up, try to find something you like to do. If you like reading a book, read a book. If you like drawing, do some artwork in the morning. If you like writing, write. If you want to think about a business plan, think about a business plan. If you want to read about stocks, read about stocks. But in your morning, find something you like to do with your routine. All right. Now, midday, at some point in your day, find some time to be alone and just relax. Try to think about nothing, even if it's 30 seconds to a minute of just chilling. Not worrying about nothing, away from everybody, just to kind of decompress. Mid throughout your day, maybe after lunch, before lunch, sometime 12 to 2-ish, just take like a minute or longer. I mean, if you have more time, you can take longer, but at least like 30 seconds to a minute to just kind of chill and just decompress from everything for a second and prepare yourself for what's coming for the rest of your day. Don't let things snowball. Like if you had a bad morning or something happened, try to get rid of that midday and try to have a clean slate for the rest of the day to really help yourself out. Now, the last part, at the end of the day, here's where your education is important. Before you go to sleep, you should be educating yourself on something that you are truly interested in. This is where getting your business plan out really comes in handy. I know we're not there yet, but with all the things you got, if you like, say, video games, I know video games is huge. If you love video games, then maybe at the end of the night, educate yourself on how these games are made. Educate yourself on behind it. So you love them games, learn how them games are made, so then you can capitalize off them in your future. If you like whatever it happened to be, if you are very into basketball, then at the end of the night, educate yourself on something with the game. There's a lot of people out there that did it great, or any professional sport. Read about some of them. If you don't like reading, listen to an Audible book. Listen to some. If they need some suggestions, the craziest thing is YouTube nowadays. You don't even got to pay for it. You like somebody, you can type in LeBron James documentary about his school, and you'll see a video about just all the stuff he did and where it comes from. So educate yourself at night with something that you love doing. That's just designed to help you out kind of when you go to sleep. So with your routine, the things we want to keep in mind, when you first wake up, do something you like to do. Get up, take some time, do what you like to do, whatever that happens to be, as long as it is positive. Positive, so you're not hurting yourself, you're not hurting anybody else. But if you do something you like to do, reading, relaxing, working out, if you're an athlete, whatever it happens to be, and then go on with your day. Midday, take some time to decompress. Relax a little bit. Don't let whatever happened in the morning snowball to the afternoon. And in the evening, educate yourself on something you love. So when you're filling out your routine forms, keep those things in mind. All right, now, next week, we're going to actually be creating our resume. Things that we kind of talked about today. We talked about 5 questions. I'm going to go back through them. We still have one quick thing before we end, but I'm going to go back through everything in case anybody didn't get it real quick. So we had 5 questions. Number 1 was, what do you like? Number 2 was, what do you believe you're good at? Number 3 was, what do your family and friends admire about you? Number 4, what are your future goals and plans? And number 5, what do you do to contribute around your house? And if you don't have an answer for number 5, ask your guardian, what can you do? I'm sure they'll have some things for you. After that, we talked about our 30-second commercial, being able to explain yourself. Your 30-second commercial is kind of like your verbal resume. Next week, we're going to get you a written resume. This week, you want to kind of be able to practicing verbalizing exactly who you are. Now, we talked about a growth mindset. We talked about developing a routine. Now, one thing I'm going to end with today, and I'm going to kind of also start with next week, is valuing yourself. Now, internally, all of you guys have value. Look at what you wrote down for what you're good at. Look at what you wrote down for what your family and friends admire about you. If you think you're good at something, I guarantee there's somebody else out there that is not good at that thing, meaning that you have value to somebody in this world. If somebody else thinks something is very good about you, I guarantee you that's not the only person that thinks there's value inside of you. Your skills are very important. Your skills can take you places, but just know at a young age, you got to foster them skills. Now, a lot of you guys, they'll say, hey, you got talent, all of this stuff, you got potential. I hear that word a lot. A lot of kids say, our teacher will say, you know, you got a lot of potential. I just want to know this one thing. What's your skills? I believe every person watching this has potential. But the one thing about potential is it has an expiration date. As you get older and older, if you don't foster your skills, if you don't work on them, if you don't get all that kind of stuff out there, your potential could kind of run out. So I don't want to see anybody that's in this group, anybody that rocks with us, have their potential run out. I want to see all you guys thrive. So now I appreciate you guys being here tonight. If you didn't get the forms from me, leave a comment with the email. I'll make sure I get it to you, or send me a message, and I'll make sure I get you the stuff. Next week, we'll fill out the actual resume. This week, we just were kind of talking about it. I wanted you guys to get kind of a feel, an idea for kind of the expectations and things that I'm into. Now, this summer, one of us can put a little plug out there. We'll have educational programs. I'll be doing math camps. We'll be doing reading camps. We got some art things going on. We're located in New London. Once COVID slows down, we'll have some people in here. Also, with your business plan, when you finish this plan thing, April 21st is our last day. We have a business competition here that's going on for the youth. If any of you guys ever seen the show Shark Tank, it's very similar, but we're doing it at our scale. What we're going to do is we're going to have a competition where the kids can enter their business plan. We're going to have some judges from our organization judge your business plan based off your marketing, the quality, how it affects people, all of that stuff. The person that wins, you will get a prize, a monetary prize, meaning there's money, something behind it, but that money has to be used towards your education is the one thing. I will pay for any books that you want to get. I will also provide a place for you at our center so you can continue to learn. Not only will we have this business competition, we're also going to enter the stock market competition for the state of Connecticut. So we're going to be competing, paper trading with people, and we're all going to be kind of learning about that. So I appreciate you guys all being with me tonight. If you got any questions, hit me up on my email. If you didn't get my documents, let me know. Share it with a friend if you liked it. This is free to anybody out there. This video will be recorded. I'll always keep it under 30 minutes. I don't want to keep y'all there that long. This is designed to give you quality. We don't need quantity, meaning me just preaching forever. I want quality out of this. So if you got something out of it to say, shoot me a message. I'd love to hear from you. If not, I'll be back next Wednesday, 5:30. If anybody on here happens to be at Norwich Tech and you've got health tomorrow, then you'll see me at 9 o'clock in the morning virtually. I'll be doing financial literacy over there. All right, everybody have a wonderful night. Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate you. This is Miles Daniels, President, Community Level Up, signing out. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Hey, make sure, educate yourself, help out around the house.